I'm Nicole,
And I'm Giu.
and welcome to Nicole and Giu Live, a Minisode. This week, we're talking about the trailer for Black Bag.
Black Bag has Pierce Brosnan in it, and he played in Remember Me as Tyler's dad, and Tyler was obviously Robert Pattinson. So we're doing this trailer because it's now extended Twilight universe.
These British people are all now in Twilight, whether they know it or not.
Has Robert Pattinson ever been in a British movie?
Robert Pattinson is British.
Oh, he is? Wow, he does a really good American accent.
Yeah, no, Robert Pattinson is fully British.
Wow. The more you know.
The more you know. I think the Cedric accent is as close to Robert Pattinson's real accent as I have heard.
He's always doing a funky accent.
I do love his voice. His voice work is impeccable, especially in, not to get off topic of this trailer that we're watching, but Robert Pattinson did excellent voice work in The Boy and the Heron, the Hayao Miyazaki movie he was in a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah, that was so good. I couldn't even tell it was him.
No, me neither. That's a really excellent voice work. He does really good as a voice actor. That is not the movie that we're talking about though, so that's fine. We're talking about this Black Bag movie with Pierce Brosnan, who I had a whole freaking moment when Giu told me that Pierce Brosnan was Tyler's dad from Remember Me, because I was like, excuse me? I don't know. I just didn't connect Tyler's dad with fucking James Bond.
And I've never seen a James Bond, so I was just like living in La La Land.
I mean, I don't think I've ever really seen a James Bond either, but I do know that Pierce Brosnan is a Bond.
James Bond is one of those movies I have a weird relationship with because when I claimed on YouTube videos, I never claimed on James Bond, but people love to upload clips of him slapping people. So I've seen a bunch of that.
That's so funny, especially because we were just had the dads confused from Remember Me, and I was like, Pierce Brosnan slapped the shit out of that alley girl, but it was the other dad from Remember Me that
Then you
slapped the
said
shit.
that, and I was like, oh yeah, the person who sat next to me used to claim on James Bond all the time, and he would find compilations like that a lot. Anyway, yeah, there's a handful of movies I have weird associations with because it's I've just seen 2 clips from it 7,000 times.
Well, this movie actually does seem kind of James Bond adjacent. It's definitely seems like it's about intelligence workers. I'm not really sure what agency they work for or anything like that, except for the fact that everybody has an accent in this trailer. So I'm assuming maybe MI6, but I don't know. I don't even know if MI6 is still a thing. It probably is, but
Be a fictional organization too. They didn't really give us any information about that.
No information, but they all are spies. In some way, everybody in this movie seems to be a spy. And the main guy is not Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan plays one of the supporting spies, I think. I think the main guy in this movie is Michael Fassbender. And his wife is under suspicion of being a bad spy.
Yeah, but they're married and they work together. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, the whole thing at the beginning was them being all chummy, and the woman says, "Oh, my loyalty to my marriage is actually the biggest." What did she say? She said, "My loyalty to my marriage is actually the biggest, soft spot I have." I guess in reference to her spy duties. So I guess that means that she might be willing to turn in secrets or something if they threaten her husband. I mean, I get it, girl, but stick to your training.
Yeah, and they are depicted like they probably have a good relationship in the beginning because they're getting freaky a couple times. And they seem
Yeah.
into each other.
Yeah, really. She's uncocking guns and stuff. They're laying in bed together. He's pinning her against the bed. It's very, you can tell that I mean, at least in the beginning of the movie, they seem like they really like each other. And then it's the main guy, I guess, Michael Fassbender, getting debriefed by someone who looks like he's in charge, being like, "Your wife is under suspicion. Like, we think it's her, and you have to find out. And you have how long will it take you?" And he says, "Oh, give me 2 weeks." And then the guy's like, "Well, people are going to die." And then Michael Fassbender says, "Give me 1 week." So yeah, it looks interesting. I'm spy thrillers don't really get me most of the time, which is probably why I have not seen any of the James Bond movies. But this looks kind of interesting for sure. It looks sexy.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of spy movies either. I think that they just typically don't call to me, but it does look sexy. Like I like a couple that's into each other. That's fun because
Yeah,
I feel like you don't see a lot of that in media.
no, I know for some reason it's like every couple you meet are on the rocks.
Yeah, I guess that's like more drama. But this one, the drama is like, did she turn on him? So they're allowed to have a good sex life.
Yeah. They have the best sex life, and, them having such a good sex life is maybe part of how she's betraying him. We'll see.
We'll see. I might watch this one. I don't know if I'm gonna see it in the theater, but I'll stream it.
Yeah, that's kinda how I'm feeling. This feels like a stream to me. Like, definitely maybe I don't think I would go to see this in the theater, but I will definitely watch this when it comes out on streaming. I wonder if it will be on BritBox with my new subscription that I will get.
If you haven't seen our last trailer reaction, go watch that and you'll understand that joke.
Looks like a pretty interesting spy thriller. Kind of maybe like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith vibe,
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
but we'll see. And hopefully the Michael Fassbender doesn't end up cheating on his wife with his co-star like Angelina and Brad did when they made Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh my
So,
god. Taking it all the way back.
yeah, there's some gossip from the early 2000s for you. I remember when that happened.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was everywhere.
It was absolutely everywhere because he broke up with Jennifer Aniston for her
I know, wild.
completely. Although I think Angelina Jolie is a little bit hotter than Jane Aniston, if you ask me, like, my personal taste in women.
I That's a really hard choice for me to be honest.
That is
Don't make
absolutely
me
fair.
think.
I mostly like Angelina Jolie because she's, like, the kinda weird, freaky I don't think she's would classify herself as, like, a goth chick, but she did wear vials of blood around her neck with Billy Bob Thornton when her
Oh,
and Billy Bob
yeah.
Thornton were together, and, like, that even going back further for more old gossip, I think that was, like, closer to the actual year 2000, so you're welcome for that.
Something to look up when you're done watching this video.
You have so many things to Google now. But let us know if anybody else looks interested in this spy romantic thriller.
Yeah, or if you've seen it already, let us know what you thought.
I think that I'm going to enjoy it. Bye.
Bye.